Welcome, chosen one. They don't believe in you. They say you're just another face in the crowd, another name they'll forget. But you know better. You are not like them. You've faced battles they couldn't survive. You've stood strong when the world tried to break you, and now you're here, standing on the edge of your greatest test. This isn't a place for excuses. This is the place for action, for transformation, for proving that you are part of the few who rise while others fall. You are chosen. Before we dive in, make sure you like this video and hit subscribe to join a community of warriors just like you. Together, we're unstoppable. Let's begin. Open your eyes. This is not an ordinary day. This is the turning point. The line between the chosen and the forgotten is right in front of you. The test has arrived and it will crush the weak, but you are not weak. You are not one of them. You have been called here for a reason. Everything you've endured, every sleepless night, every scar was preparing you for this exact moment. Others broke, others gave up, but not you. You stood your ground when the world pushed you down. You rose when they wanted you to stay on your knees. That's why you're still here. That's why you were chosen. But let's be clear, this is the final test. There are no second chances, no easy paths, no shortcuts. You will face fire, you will face storms, you will face the full weight of doubt and fear, and it will demand everything you've got, and more. Do you have what it takes? Do you have the strength to fight back, to push harder, to become unstoppable? Or will you crumble like they said you would? They don't see you. They don't know the fire inside you. They think you're ordinary, like them. But they're wrong, dead wrong. The final test is not for the ordinary. It's not for the weak or the hesitant. It's for the bold, the unbreakable, the chosen. And you know who that is? You. Stop waiting for someone to save you. Stop looking for permission to rise. The world doesn't hand out victories. You take them. The final test is not asking if you're ready. It's demanding proof. Are you going to give it? Or are you going to stand there watching as the moment slips away? This is your time to show them who you are, to show yourself what you're made of. Not through words, not through promises, but through action. The test doesn't care about your excuses. It only cares about results. Stand up, face it, own it. Because this is the moment that defines everything. You were not brought here to fail. You were not chosen to fall. The final test will end, and only one will stand victorious. The chosen one. Will it be you? Let's make one thing clear. Strength isn't given, it's forged. Inside you there's a fire that has been tested, beaten, and almost extinguished by everything you've faced. But it's still burning, it's still alive. And that fire is what separates you from them. They don't know what it's like to struggle the way you have. They give up when things get hard. They retreat when the heat rises. But you endure. You fight. You refuse to let the fire die. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you chosen. The final test will push you to the edge. It will demand everything you've got and more. Your muscles will ache, your mind will doubt, and your spirit will beg for relief. But the fire inside you doesn't beg, it doesn't yield, it doesn't break. It's your fuel, your weapon, your power. They can't understand that. They're too weak to carry what you carry, too afraid to become what you're becoming. The fire isn't just a weapon, it's a choice to rise when others fall, a choice to believe when doubt is screaming in your ear. A choice to stand when the weight of the world is trying to crush you. That's what the chosen one does. That's what you will do. This test is your forge. It's where the fire burns away everything that doesn't belong. The fear, the weakness, the hesitation, and leaves only the unshakable, the unstoppable, the chosen. This is your transformation. This is where you become who you were always meant to be. But make no mistake, the fire is not gentle. It will demand sacrifice. It will demand pain. But pain is temporary, and what comes after? Unstoppable power. The kind of power that no one can take from you. The kind of power that makes them tremble when they see you. Do you feel it? The fire inside you? That's your proof, that's your sign. No one gave you that, no one can take it from you. It's yours, and it's time to unleash it. This is the fire within. This is your weapon. This is why you're chosen. Show them what it means to burn brighter, to burn stronger. Show them what it means to triumph. Let's confront the truth. You've been held back, held down, shackled by fear, by doubt, by the lies of them. They told you to stay in your place, to accept less, to believe you're not enough, and for too long you listened. But now it's time to break free. Do you feel the weight on your shoulders? That's not your burden. That's the weight of their expectations, their judgments, their rules. And it's been crushing you, stealing your power, silencing your voice. But no more. Not today. Not now. Because the chosen don't live in chains. The chosen break them. The final test is here to expose those chains for what they are. Weakness disguised as control. Those chains were never meant to hold you. They were meant to test you. To see if you'd let them define you, or if you'd rise and shatter them into nothing. They will try to stop you. They'll whisper in your ear, telling you that freedom isn't possible, that the fight isn't worth it. Why? Because they fear what happens when you're free. They fear what happens when you stop playing by their rules, because a free chosen one is unstoppable. A free chosen one is a force they can't contain. The chains aren't just physical, they're mental. They're in the lies you tell yourself, I can't do this, I'm not strong enough, what if I fail? But look at what you've already survived. Look at the battles you've already won. The chains didn't break you before, and they won't break you now. Here's the challenge. Break one chain, and you'll feel the power rush through you. Break them all, and you'll become a force so strong that nothing and no one can stop you. Freedom isn't given, it's taken, it's fought for, it's earned, and only the chosen have what it takes to claim it. So what's holding you back? What's keeping you from rising? Look it in the eye and destroy it, smash it, burn it. Do whatever it takes to set yourself free, because freedom isn't just your right, it's your destiny. This is the moment. Break the chains. Prove to yourself, to them, to the world, that nothing can hold you. The chosen one doesn't bow. The chosen one doesn't hesitate. The chosen one is free. Now rise. Break through. This is your test. This is your triumph. This is your time. Look around. This is your battlefield. The world is not neutral. It's not safe. It's not fair. Every step you've taken to get here has been a fight. Every inch of ground you've claimed has been stained with struggle. This isn't a place for the weak. This is a war zone, and only the chosen survive. You've seen it. The whispers, the sabotage, the ones who smile in your face but sharpen their knives behind your back. They didn't think you'd make it this far. They underestimated you. That was their mistake. Because now, here you stand, battle-scarred but unbroken, ready to face the final test. But don't think for a second that the fight is over. No, it's just beginning. The battlefield isn't kind. It doesn't care about your past, your pain, or your excuses. It demands action. It demands strength. It demands everything you have. And the question isn't whether the battlefield is ready for you, it's whether you are ready for it. They are watching, waiting, hoping you'll falter. But what they don't realize is that this battlefield doesn't scare you. It empowers you. Every challenge, every obstacle, every enemy, it's fuel for your fire. Because you know the truth. The battlefield doesn't destroy the chosen. It reveals them. The weapons you need aren't in your hands. They're inside you. Your willpower is your sword. Your determination is your shield. Your belief in yourself is your armor. And while they may come at you with doubt and fear, they will never understand the strength that comes from knowing you were made for this. This battle is not just about survival, it's about victory. Survival is for those who hope to get by. Victory is for those who demand to rise above. The chosen don't settle for less. The chosen don't stop at enough. The chosen take it all. The battlefield is yours to conquer, but only if you're willing to fight for it. There's no retreat. no surrender, only forward, only triumph. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to claim what's yours? The chosen don't hesitate. The chosen don't flinch. The chosen one dominates the battlefield. This is your arena. This is your war. And you are the one who will emerge victorious. Prove it. Show them. Fight. This world is divided. Not by chance, not by circumstance, but by will. On one side, there are the weak, the complainers, the ones who quit at the first sign of struggle. And then there are the chosen, the relentless, the unshakable, the ones who refuse to back down. Which side do you stand on? The weak live in excuses. They cling to comfort, hiding behind the lie that life is unfair. They blame them, blame circumstances, blame anything but themselves. The weak fear the test because they know they'll fail. They fear effort because it demands too much. They fear pain because they've never learned its purpose. But you're not like them. You don't shrink in the face of challenges. You don't cower when things get hard. You lean in, you endure, you overcome. That's what makes you chosen. That's what separates you from the weak. The weak want shortcuts. They want the prize without the process, the glory without the grind. But the chosen know the truth. The process is the prize. Every battle, every scar, every ounce of effort, it all builds strength. It all forges power. The chosen embrace the grind because they know that's where victory lives. They don't understand this. They don't understand you, and they never will. To them, you are a mystery, a threat, a reminder of everything they are not and everything they can't be. That's why they mock you. That's why they doubt you. They are desperate to bring you down to their level. Why? Because your strength terrifies them. But let them mock, let them doubt, let them fear. None of it matters. Their opinions don't shape your destiny. Their words don't define your future. The weak are noise, distractions, whispers in the wind. And whispers don't stop the chosen. The final test will make one thing undeniable. The weak will fall. They will break under the weight. They will watch from the sidelines, bitter and defeated as the chosen rise. And when they look at you standing tall, victorious, unbreakable, they'll know. This is the divide. This is the moment where you choose, weak or chosen, excuses or action, failure or triumph. Which will it be? Prove them wrong. Prove yourself right. Stand apart, stand above, stand as the chosen one. This is where most fall. This is where the weak collapse under pressure and the unprepared fade into obscurity. But you're not most people. You're not weak. You're not unprepared. You are chosen. And being chosen means pushing beyond what others call limits. Let's be honest. This is going to hurt. This is going to test you in ways you didn't think possible. Your body will scream. Your mind will beg for relief. Every voice inside you will whisper, enough. But you're not here to listen to weakness. You're here to silence it. Endurance is not about avoiding pain. It's about conquering it. Pain is the price of greatness, and you've already paid too much to stop now. Think about everything you've endured to get here. The nights you thought you couldn't go on, the moments you questioned if it was all worth it, and yet you're still here. You've already done the impossible. Now it's time to do it again. They won't understand this. They'll see you struggling and assume you're breaking. But what they don't know is that struggle isn't breaking you, it's building you. Every ounce of pain is carving out strength. Every moment of doubt is shaping resolve. The chosen don't break under pressure. They thrive because of it. The final test will push you to the edge of your endurance. It will demand more than you think you have. But here's the truth. You are more than you think you are. Your limits are illusions. Lies told by fear to keep you small. And fear has no place in the chosen. The question is simple. When the pain comes, will you keep moving? When the doubt creeps in, will you keep believing? When the world says stop, will you say no? This is what it means to endure beyond limits, to rise above what they think is possible, to prove that nothing can stop you. This is not the end. This is the beginning of your transformation. Every step forward is a step closer to victory. Every moment you endure is proof that you are not like them. You are stronger. You are tougher. You are chosen. This is your test. This is your moment. Push, endure, conquer. Show the world and yourself that there are no limits for the chosen. This is it. The moment where everything comes into focus. The weak have fallen. The doubters have faded. The battlefield is littered with those who couldn't endure, those who gave up, those who weren't ready. But you're still standing. You're still fighting. You are rising. Look at yourself. Look at what you've overcome. The pain, the doubt, the chains, they couldn't hold you. The fire within you didn't just survive, it grew. And now it's unstoppable. This is why you're here. This is why you're chosen. They never believed you'd make it this far. They laughed, they mocked, they threw everything they could at you. But what they didn't realize is that every attack made you stronger. Every obstacle you overcame became a step toward this moment. And now they watch in silence because they know the truth. You are not like them. You are something greater. The final test wasn't just about survival. It was about transformation. It was about proving to yourself and to the world that you are more than they could ever understand. The chosen don't just survive. The chosen rise. They rise above the noise, above the pain, above the limits. But don't be mistaken. This isn't the end of your journey. It's the beginning of something far greater. The test was never about the prize. It was about becoming the kind of person who doesn't need one. The chosen don't chase rewards. They create them. And now you're creating something they can't ignore. Power, presence, legacy. The kind of legacy that doesn't just inspire, it commands. The kind of legacy that makes them wonder how they ever doubted you. The chosen rise, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary, because the world needs you to stand tall, to lead, to show what's possible. And now it's your time. This is your moment to own. So rise, not for them, but for you. Rise because you've earned it. Rise because you are unstoppable. Rise because you are chosen. This is the final word, the final truth. The chosen one triumphs not by chance, but by will. You have endured what others could not. You have risen where others fell. You are the proof that strength, resilience, and purpose can overcome anything. Look back at the test. Look at the pain you've faced, the doubts you've silenced, the chains you've shattered. Every step was a declaration. You will not break. Every moment was a promise. You will not fail. You didn't just pass the test, you conquered it. They are silent now. The doubters, the critics, the ones who said you'd never make it, they have nothing left to say. Because you've shown them, you've proven that the chosen are not defined by them, but by the fire within. This is your time. Stand tall, own your victory. The final test is over and you have triumphed. Now go, chosen one, and show the world what it means to be unstoppable. If this message ignited something within you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and become part of a community of warriors of the chosen. Like this video to let the world know you're ready to rise, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Remember, the fire inside you is unstoppable, and your journey is just beginning. Stay strong, stay focused, and always rise to the challenge. Until next time, chosen one, keep conquering. We'll see you at the top.